It's been 18 years since a Rockford basketball team has won a state championship. Through many years and changes in coaching staff, one thing Rockford has never gotten rid of is its traditions.
Rockford has always started their kids young, giving them opportunities to improve and grow their love for the sport at a young age. The current varsity players were once those young kids in camp with big dreams, and now are moving through the final stages of their high school career.
Through great and encouraging leadership from various coaches over the years, these players believe that it may finally be their year to win it all. I'm Ryan Wyngarden.
And I'm Wollney, and we're here on the Hardwood. I'm really excited to go to some of these girls' basketball games this year.
Me too, Reese. Coach Brad Wilson recently just held yearly tryouts and decided which of the Lady Rams will compete this season.
With that being said, we would like to introduce our Rams 2021-2022 girls varsity basketball team.
Since the end of last season, the Lady Rams have lost some key players in their lineup. With this upcoming season just around the corner, the coaching staff has some big gaps to fill in order to be successful again.
Indeed they do, Ryan. Coming into a new season always brings its own unique set of challenges. Now we'll take a look at the new additions the team has from last year and what adjustments they're going to have to make.
New addition to the Rockford girls varsity basketball program, Reagan Karlstrom is trying everything she can to fit in and help her team out.
At first it was hard coming into a new school, learning all the new plays, but the team helped me.
Boy, she's just really gelled with us from a personality perspective, and she's super hardworking, great kid. Every day we know she's going to give us everything she has, so she's fit in really from the beginning.
Although Reagan was able to fit in very well, there are many learning curves to joining a brand new team.
I think the biggest learning curve for Reagan has been just being with all new people, new coaches, building that team chemistry up again.
Some of the girls on our team have been on varsity for 4 years, and so they know our offense and defense like the back of their hand, and that can be super intimidating. And probably the thing that I'm most proud of Reagan is she never got frustrated.
She's also a really fast learner, which helps because it makes things go a lot faster when we have a new girl because they obviously don't know what we know from over the past couple of years. And she's not afraid to ask questions when she is having trouble.
Coming to a new school and making varsity seems like a very hard task to accomplish.
Each day during practice, we like to switch up partners for shooting drills to make sure that each person is getting to know other people. So I've really got to know Reagan through the shooting drills.
I encourage all my teammates a lot, and whenever we're doing drills, I make sure to talk loud.
She's always been super encouraging, and this year we've been really trying to increase our culture and positivity, and she's really helped attribute to that.
My teammates encourage me, and we always have good vibes and fun vibes, and it helps everyone be more happy, and we learn things much faster.
Having ups and downs when coming to a new school is pretty typical for a student changing districts, and for Reagan it was no different.
The girls, they welcomed me when I first came here. They were super nice, and during tryouts, they all helped me learn the offense and defense.
Rockford is super competitive and fast-paced, so she's been doing a good job adjusting from the small school to a bigger school.
We try to have things for our kids to do together to build those relationships and build that bond and that trust. And the fun thing about this group is they can challenge each other in a difficult way, and they embrace that.
Make sure to check out Reagan on the basketball court this upcoming season. This has been Reese Wollney on the Hardwood, signing off.
With those new additions, I'm sure that everyone is curious as to what the team is going to look like this year.
These new players will sure make the choices hard for the coaches on who to start. Now, we'll get the inside scoop from Brendan Lawrence on who will be on the court for the Rams to start the season.
Thanks, Reese. The Lady Rams definitely have a talented group this year, with a lot of individuals who have tremendous potential. One of the benefits from this year's group is they are all returning but 2 players from the year prior. With that, the team will run a very spread-out offensive attack that relies on their guard play to push the pace. Here at On the Hardwood, we believe the Lady Rams will start returning senior guard Sammy DeKuyper as their point guard this year. Sammy is a combo guard who is very smart with the ball in her hands. At the 2 guard, the Rams will most likely run with last year's leading scorer, senior guard Elle Irwin. Elle is a tremendous scorer who can shoot from anywhere on the court. At the final guard spot, the Rams will most likely run with their guard, Alyssa Wypich, a junior who had a breakout year last year. Alyssa dominated with her smooth play, picking up multiple Division II college offers. At power forward, the Rams will start senior forward Megan McCauley. Megan isn't a typical forward, though, as she typically plays in the corner and uses her elite shooting ability to make the defense pay for their weak coverage. Finally, the Rams' rock of their team is their center position. The girls use their senior forward, Alina Anderson, in this role. Alina is an unreal athlete who sets hard screens and is almost unstoppable in the paint. With these 5 on the floor, the Lady Rams are definitely set up for a big year to come. And with that, we actually sat down with Alyssa, Sammy, and Elle to talk about where their basketball skills will take them next fall.
It's so interesting to see how the coaching staff here at Rockford will adapt to the changes with the new season starting shortly. Now, let's take a look at some of our basketball program's standout players.
We really do have a lot of talent here in the program, and their hard work is really paying off. In the next story, Riley Zanstra takes a closer look at these standout athletes and some of their plans for the impending college season.
My name's Sammy DeKuyper. I'm a point guard, and the colleges I'm deciding between are Kelvin, GRCC, and Aquinas.
My name is Elle Irwin, and I'm a shooting guard, and I'm going to Ferris State University to play basketball.
Ram Center had the chance to sit down with 2 of Rockford basketball's star seniors and learn about their plans for college basketball and their deciding factors on where they chose to attend.
Definitely just the team atmosphere, the teammates, I'm going to be playing with them for 4 years, and the coach. Also, I know I want to be close to home, so somewhere not too far away.
The biggest factor was the distance. I really liked how close to home it was, and I really liked the team and the coaching staff.
Making the jump from high school to college is challenging and comes with a lot of stress that can make athletes nervous for the big jump.
I think what I'm most nervous for is just meeting new people. The people I've grown up with here, like for my whole life, it's going to be weird not playing with them anymore, so just the new team.
I'm most nervous for the change from going to high school basketball to college, because I've heard the pace is a lot faster and it's just a lot different than high school.
While there are a lot of stressors heading into college, there are also a lot of things that these athletes can look forward to.
I'm also looking forward to the new people as well. I know it'll be really nerve-wracking at first, but just being able to build those new friendships and kind of have that family feeling again with new people will be really cool.
I'm looking forward to meeting new people and starting over with a new team and making new connections with people I've never met before.
With that, we wish Sammy and Elle luck on their new paths and look forward to seeing the big things they do on the court next year. I'm Ryan Wyngarden with Ram Center, signing off.
Some real talented girls we have this season. It will surely be fun to watch all of their hard work pay off out in the court.
With such talented girls, the team really does have some high expectations going into the season. The Lady Rams basketball team season ended a little bit shorter than usual last year with the regional final loss to East Grand Rapids. The girls are looking to rebound the season, starting off with a tough outing at Forest Hills Eastern. The team this year is going to be led by returning seniors Elle Irwin and Sammy DeKuyper, as well as junior star Alyssa Wypich. The team will be working hard leading up to a big game against in-conference rival Hudsonville on Friday, January 14th. Now, Jacob Dertien gives us the rundown as to what's in store for the rest of the show.
Thanks, Ryan. We have a lot more left in store for the show, including the introduction of some of the new basketball coaches for the boys varsity team, the annual Hardwood Hysteria event making its return, and when we come back, we will meet Rockford's very own boys basketball team. All that and a lot more when we return for On the Hardwood.
Hey Matt, do you want to go get food?
Are you kidding me? This is the 14th time you've asked me today.
You wouldn't treat your friends or your teachers this way, so why treat opponents or officials poorly?
Oh, it's fine just the way that it is.
Having good sportsmanship is very important in today's sports world. Whether it's just giving someone a high five or helping someone off the ground, do your part and show good sportsmanship. Because at the end of the day, being a good sport is what's important.
The boys have always been a dominant team within the program, and this year the expectations remain the same.
They sure do, Ryan, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this year's team can do. It's now time to get the rundown on this year's boys varsity basketball team and the players who are going to lead the way.
We really have a lot of talented players here on the court, Reese.
We sure do, but we also have just as talented coaches on the sideline teaching them along the way.
In the next story, Megan Hart got the chance to meet some of the new coaching staff at the varsity and JV levels and talk about their upcoming seasons.
Rockford basketball is constantly changing year by year. So when Coach Clough had the opportunity to bring in a familiar face to the Rockford coaching staff, there was no hesitation.
Yeah, so we brought on 3 new coaches to our program this year, all volunteer status, but with the varsity we brought on Coach Nick Allen. Coach Allen used to be the varsity head coach here for 5 years. He's been away from the program for 6 years, but he's been a nice addition to our staff and you know, drawing off his experience as a head coach and you know, just giving us another set of eyes in practice every day has been really beneficial.
Once a former head coach, Coach Allen is now playing a different role for this team, one that Coach Clough says is an important part to their success.
Coach Allen, you know, has coached in the Breslin with the team, and so you know, he's brought a lot to the table. But for him to spend some time with our defense and start to really help continuing to build that is where we've really started to focus with Coach Allen. And you know, I think that's, again, it's been really valuable to have another set of eyes and have somebody that can specifically watch that. You know, in basketball, of course, it's not like football where you have a D coordinator, O coordinator. You got to be able to do a little bit of both. But you know, for us, it's been definitely a nice addition.
As much good things as he does for the team, the way he goes about every day may be his best quality.
You know, he's just passionate in everything that he does. You know, he's got a really contagious personality about him where he just really, you know, he expects greatness out of himself. You know, and I think when you have people like that around your program, you can't help but gravitate towards that.
We know Coach Allen will do everything in his power to motivate and develop the boys this season. This has been Hyink with On the Hardwood, signing off.
Those coaches sound like they're going to be able to put together some great teams in these upcoming seasons.
I couldn't agree more. I think these new additions to Rockford basketball's coaching staff will benefit the program in big ways.
Yeah, Ryan, these coaches are going to have an outstanding challenge trying to plan which 5 players they decide to start the season, as the Rams varsity team is so deeply talented.
Next up on the Hardwood, we send you down to Hyink, who's going to give you his insight as to what changes we expect to see in the lineup this year compared to last.
Thanks, Ryan. This year's the boys basketball team are definitely going to have to get over some hurdles, as they have lost 4 starters from the year prior. Coach Clough, as always, has more boys on deck and will look to get some new faces involved this year. Starting out at the top of the key, where On the Hardwood projects that Kyle Verdi, senior point guard, will start in this role for the team. Kyle has elite handles and can stretch the floor when needed to. Kyle's co-partner in the backcourt this year will be senior guard Colin Williams. Colin has maybe the best shot on the team and is one of the best perimeter defenders. The Rams get a lot bigger moving forward in the front court, as this year's starting small forward is 6'6" junior Caden Pokarzynski. Next to Caden, the Rams have another junior forward. Charlie Deutsch, the 6'4" slasher, is a player who uses his elite shot-making ability to get off good looks all game long. And rounding out the starting lineup, the Rams center is the always dominant senior captain, Jack Lamancusa. Instead of telling you too much about Jack myself, On the Hardwood sent a team down to talk to Jack and his team about how important it is to have Jack back out there this season.
Hey Ryan, with that starting lineup, I think the Rams are going to look really strong this year.
I agree, Reese. However, talent and skill are nothing without good leadership on the court. That's why it's so important for the Rams to have one of their first ever returning captains on the court again this year.
Now, we bring you to senior forward Jack Lamancusa to see how he plans on leading the team and his hopes for the season.
Number 12, Jack Lamancusa.
Most of the time, high school teams usually get new captains every year, but this will be Jack Lamancusa's second year as captain.
It's an honor that the players look up to me and they look at me on and off the court.
He's been a captain last year, and I think he's a great leader.
For him to be voted and recognized as a captain as a junior says a lot about him, you know, and so I think he's undoubtedly going to be one of our leaders this year for sure.
He keeps us in line on the court and makes sure we're all doing good. And he led the juniors last year. Now we're seniors now. And
this is going to be Jack's 3rd season with the team, and he was chosen to be a captain last year because
the players picked me to be one, and the coaches thought I was a fit for one.
Yeah, I mean, having Jack back is really important.
Last year during one of our games, he pulled us all in, and he gave us great motivation in the game. We came back and won.
Obviously, we had 2 senior leaders last year that I just learned upon everything they did and their motivation to winning.
Jack is kind of that one link that has a lot of experience from last year.
Know that our time's short. We got to enjoy every moment. I think we could win the conference championship again and go far in the playoff run.
It looks like everybody has some pretty high expectations for Jack returning as a captain, and from the sounds of his great leadership abilities, it seems he will live up to them. This has been Brendan Lawrence with On the Hardwood, signing off.
Being a captain myself, I know how hard of a job that can be, but he is very lucky to be able to lead on the hardwood for 2 entire seasons.
Jack Lamancusa sure has a lot of work to do to get the guys in shape for the season. They had a very successful season last year, running the OK Red all season long, eventually winning the whole conference. Unfortunately, though, the season ended short in the first round of postseason with a tough loss to Forest Hill Central. The boys will be looking to bounce back this season, kicking off action on December 7th alongside the girls in a tough road matchup against the East Grand Rapids Pioneers. Now we'll send it down to Jacob Dertien to see what's next in the show.
Thanks, Reese. After the break, we'll send you down to North Rockford Middle School, where Rockford's basketball program is back on track and just had their annual Hardwood Hysteria. Ram Center sent a team to cover the night full of fun events, as well as hosting a small scrimmage amongst the varsity team.
So, you think you can play basketball?
Yes, sir.
Can you avoid aggressive fouls?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to respect everyone on the court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're ready. Now play with kindness out there, young man. So, you want to play football today?
Yes, sir.
You won't yell or be mean to that team out there.
Yes, sir.
You will respect me and the other officials.
Yes, sir.
You ready? Now play with kindness out there. Practice sportsmanship. It's important.
With things being canceled from COVID last year, we had to skip out on some important traditions. This year, the basketball program was able to host their annual Hardwood Hysteria once again.
You know, bring together an exciting event where we could just tip off the season, you know, and get the community involved, get parents involved.
Yeah, Hardwood Hysteria is good for the community because last year with COVID, not being able to have a lot, if any, fans at our games was a really big impact on both the team and the community.
The event includes a 3-point contest, kids games, scrimmages amongst the teams, and more.
Have some fun, you know. We have a lot of contests, obviously, a lot of prizes, and the second piece of it is, you know, getting our players a chance to scrimmage in front of a crowd.
The Hardwood Hysteria is a great way to get the players and community involved with the team.
Yeah, my favorite part of Hardwood Hysteria would definitely have to be the whole environment, having the fans come back in, the loud crowd watching us play for the first time.
You know, make it an exciting aspect of the program that our players look forward to being a part of, and just kind of a program initiative, trying to connect our program from top to bottom. I thought this year was the best one we've ever had. You know, I think the student section was amazing. There were guys tailgating out there, so it's
the fact that they're able to come back and support us and be able to come to these games is, I think, a very big part.
Every year it's kind of gotten a little bit bigger and a little bit more fun, and hopefully we can continue to add to that in the coming years and make it a staple for the program every year.
As the Hardwood Hysteria comes to an end, all the teams in the program are ready to kick off their seasons. This has been Jacob Dertien with On the Hardwood, signing off.
Well, that's all we have for this year's edition of On the Hardwood. It's been a pleasure. I'm Reese Wollney.
And I'm Ryan Wyngarden. Good luck to our entire basketball program here at Rockford, and see you next time.